The last time I saw my grandchildren, I didn't know it would be goodbye forever. I remember that day so clearly, as if time decided to freeze just for me to relive it again and again. The sun was soft that evening, not too harsh, not too dim, just the kind of warmth that makes old bones feel young again. My little Arav was running in the garden, his tiny feet stumbling over the uneven grass, while Mira sat beside me on the porch, braiding the loose strands of my gray hair like she always loved to do. "Dottie, don't move," she said, her small fingers clumsy but careful. I laughed. At my age, Beta, I don't move much anyway. They were my whole world. After my husband passed, after the house fell silent and nights became unbearably long, those two children brought life back into my empty rooms. Their laughter filled the cracks in my heart, cracks I didn't even know were still open. My daughter, Nina, used to say I spoiled them too much. "Ma, you don't have to say yes to everything," she would complain, arms crossed, watching me sneak extra sweets into their hands. And I would just smile. Let me love them my way. Time doesn't wait for grandmothers. She never liked that answer, but I didn't think much of it back then. Mothers and daughters argue, it's as old as time. I had raised her alone after her father died. I thought she understood my love, my sacrifices. Maybe I was wrong. That evening, before they left, Mira hugged me tighter than usual. "Dottie, can I stay one more night?" she whispered. I looked at Nina, hoping she'd nod, just this once. But her face was already stiff. "No, Mira, we talked about this. School tomorrow." Arav came running and wrapped his arms around my legs. "I'll miss you, Dottie." I bent down slowly, my knees protesting, and kissed his forehead. "I'll see you soon, my John. Very soon." If only I had known those words would turn into a lie. That night felt different. The house was too quiet. Even the walls seemed to notice their absence more than usual. I made tea but didn't drink it. I kept thinking about Nina's face, the way she avoided my eyes when she left. There was something there, something heavy. But I told myself I was overthinking. Old people do that. We sit with silence too long, and it starts speaking back. The next morning, I called her. No answer. I tried again after an hour. Still nothing. By afternoon, a strange uneasiness settled in my chest. Not pain, not fear, something worse. A feeling that something had shifted, quietly, without warning. Finally, in the evening, she called back. Her voice was cold, distant, not the voice of the little girl who once held my sari and refused to let go. "Ma, we need to talk." I smiled, relieved just to hear her. "Yes, Beta, I was worried. You didn't pick up. I think it's better if you don't come over anymore." Her words didn't make sense at first. They just floated there, like they belonged to someone else's life. "What do you mean?" I asked, my voice barely steady. "I mean," she sighed, as if I was the one making things difficult, "it's not good for the kids. The way you interfere, the way you contradict me, it's confusing for them." I felt something crack inside me. "I interfere?" I whispered. "I just love them." "Ma, please," she snapped, her patience thinning. "This isn't about love. It's about boundaries." Boundaries. Such a strange word. We never had that word in our time. We had sacrifices, compromises, silence, but not boundaries. I raised you alone, Nina, I said softly. I gave you everything I had. Is loving your children too much a mistake now? There was a pause. For a moment, I thought I heard hesitation, maybe regret. But then she spoke again, firmer this time. This is exactly what I mean. You always make everything about what you did for me. For months, I lived with that question echoing inside me. What did I do so wrong that my own daughter erased me from her life? At first, I tried to fight it. I told myself this was temporary, that Nina would calm down, that she would remember who I was, what I meant to her. But silence has a way of teaching you the truth. And the truth was, she wasn't coming back. The house began to feel heavier with each passing day. The toys I kept for Ariv and Mira remained untouched. The small pink cup Mira used for her milk still sat on the kitchen shelf. I couldn't bring myself to move it. It was as if I believed, if I left everything the same, they would return. But life doesn't work that way. One evening, while cleaning an old wooden trunk, I found something I hadn't seen in years, a small diary. Its edges were worn, the pages slightly yellowed with time. It was Nina's. She must have been around 15 when she wrote in it. I don't know why I opened it. Maybe I was searching for her, in any form I could find. At first, the pages were filled with ordinary things, school complaints, small dreams, silly crushes. I smiled reading them. For a moment, I felt close to her again. But then, the tone began to change. I feel like Ma doesn't hear me anymore. I paused. My hands trembled slightly as I turned the page. She loves me. I know she does. But sometimes it feels like her love comes with pressure. Like I have to be everything she couldn't be. My breath caught in my throat. I wanted to join art classes today, but Ma said it's a waste of time. She says I should focus on studies. She always knows what's best, but what about what I want? Tears blurred the words. I didn't remember that day, or maybe I did, but it never felt important to me. To me, it was just a mother guiding her child. But to her, it was something else. Page after page, the same pattern. Small moments, small decisions, small dismissals. Each one, a tiny crack. And over the years, those cracks became distance. I wish Ma would just listen, not fix everything. I feel like I'm never enough for her. I love her, but I don't know how to be myself around her. By the time I reached the last page, I could barely see through my tears. I hope one day, if I have children, I won't make them feel this way. The diary slipped from my hands. For the first time, I saw it, not as a mother, but as a daughter. All those years, I thought I was protecting her, shaping her, giving her the life I never had. I never realized I was also taking something away from her. Her voice, her choices, her space to just be. And now, history was repeating itself. The same way I had unknowingly controlled her life. She felt I was doing it again. with her children. That night, I didn't sleep. Not because of anger, not because of pain, but because of realization. For the first time in months, I stopped asking why she did this, and started asking, what did she feel all those years that I never understood? The next morning, I did something I hadn't done before. I didn't call her. I didn't beg to see the children. Instead, I wrote her a letter. My hands shook as I held the pen, not because I didn't know what to say, but because for the first time, I wasn't trying to be right. I was trying to be honest. I read your diary, I wrote, and I'm sorry. The words felt small compared to the weight of years behind them. I thought I was being a good mother. I thought love meant guiding you, protecting you, making decisions for you. I didn't realize love also means listening. Tears fell onto the paper, smudging the ink. I listened, not to correct, not to guide, just to listen. Maybe this was my second chance, not to fix the past, but to become better in the present. Then one afternoon, almost a year later, there was a knock on my door, a sound I had stopped expecting. My heart began to race. Slowly, I walked toward it, and when I opened the door, time stood still. Nina stood there, her eyes softer than I remembered, and beside her, Ariv and Mira. For a moment, no one spoke. Then Mira ran forward. "Dottie!" Her voice the same. Her hug just as warm. I fell to my knees, holding her tightly, afraid she might disappear again. Ariv followed, wrapping his arms around me. "I missed you," he said. I closed my eyes, letting their voices fill the empty spaces inside me. When I looked up at Nina, there were tears in her eyes. "I got your letter," she said quietly. I nodded, unable to speak. "I needed time," she continued, "not just to forgive you, but to understand myself too." She stepped closer. "I didn't just push you away because of the past. I was scared. Scared that my children would feel the same way I did." Her voice broke. "But your letter, it showed me something I never expected." "What?" I whispered. "That you were willing to change." Silence filled the space between us. Not the painful silence from before, but a gentle one, a healing one. "I don't want to lose you," she said, "but we need to do this differently. With respect, with space." I nodded immediately. Yes, we will." And in that moment, I realized something I wish I had understood years ago. Love is not about holding on tightly. Sometimes, it's about learning when to let go, so that one day, they can come back on their own. And this time, when my grandchildren held my hands, I didn't promise, "See you soon." I simply smiled, grateful that goodbye hadn't been forever after all.